All right, now I'm inside my opponent's half guard. Super important to learn how to pass the half guard correctly. And the very first thing we're gonna do, always, every single time we're in the half guard, is we're gonna take our hand here and we're gonna hug their head. And the other hand is gonna go underneath their arm, like this. So now he has my right leg caught. I'm gonna hug his head. I'm gonna go underneath his arm with the underhook, and I'm gonna bring my other leg out for base. Now, sorry, Scene, you doing okay down there?
Yep.
It's very hard for him to do anything to me right now. He has to get an underhook to start some of his sweeps. So he'll start looking for that underhook. As he's looking for that underhook, I'm trying to underhook his leg. And if he does get the underhook right away, I'm gonna underhook his leg like this. Now, if I don't have the underhook, open your legs and go to throw me, Scene. Whoa, you see how he's gonna throw me there? So he feels that too when he's on the bottom. He feels like he can throw me. So I want this underhook. I want to control his head. But if he gets it, he gets the underhook right away, I hug his leg. Now, if he thinks he's gonna throw me, when he opens his leg, right now he's opening his legs to throw me, I just step my leg out and I'm out of the position. I don't know if you guys could see it from that angle. Let's go to this angle here. He underhooked my arm, so I underhook his leg. So when he opens his legs to try to throw me, I can just simply step my leg out, try to throw me, Scene. It'll be impossible because I'm holding the leg. I put him flat on his back. I want to get my arm out of here to avoid the triangle choke. And I've got the better position now. Back in the half guard. Trying to get my opponent to open the legs, and I'm not able to do it. So if he underhooked my arm, go ahead, buddy. His next thing is he's going to open his legs to throw me. But in this situation, he's not underhooking my arm, and he's not looking to throw me that way. So here, let's go back. It means he's giving me a real hard problem with my legs here. He's got it tight here. I can't get my leg out at all. I want to avoid coming back here with my hand, because if his right hand can catch my arm back here, use your right, yeah, there, oh, he just did it. Now I'm really in big trouble. So I have to avoid that. So I'm always kind of just using my elbow here, not really letting my hand go, or my elbow go back there. But I'm still having a hard time getting it. So what I'm gonna do is make sure I keep hugging the head. I'm letting go of the head while I talk to you, and so I don't hurt Scene here, but normally I'm still hugging the head, I'm still crushing him, and I'm gonna start to walk my leg up. I might need my hand here to help. See, come on, let's get up there, good. Now once I've got my leg all the way up, I can take my elbow, not my hand, but my elbow, and I can go like this, and it'll go right down like that. Now I have a couple options. I can go straight across. If I can go straight across like this, but I'm still stuck. See, still stuck. But even though I'm stuck, if I put my hand in the collar and I start to make the choke, he'll start to defend the choke. He'll take me right to the mounted position. So that's one option that I can do. My next option, when I have my foot stuck here, is instead of going that way, I can go the other direction. If I'm gonna go the other direction, I wanna make an underhook, or if I choose not to do an underhook, I wanna at least get that side of his body controlled so that he can't take my back. Now I come up, I move my leg, and I start to use my foot here to escape. And now I'm in the side control. Okay, this next one's not a guard pass, but it's the half guard knee bar. So, it's always good to catch a knee bar. Okay, so we're here like this. All right, now, from this position, one thing is Scene's trying to, he's trying to catch my head, and I'm pushing him away. I'm giving him all kinds of problems here. There's all kinds of cool techniques we can do from here when I'm pushing him away and I'm doing stuff. But one thing that he can do is he can just decide to take that leg there and just slide it right across me and go for the knee bar. See? Look at how easy this is. Ooh, Mike Fisher in 1999. I don't remember too many people from back in the day or too many matches I've had, but that dude freaking took my leg home with him. Holy cow. And that's how I learned that move. I learned it the hard way, getting knee barred real bad. So let's do it from another angle. So the main thing I want you to remember about this basic kind of foundational half guard lesson is if you're on top, you want to fight to control the head and to make that underhook. Your opponent is going to try to fight to, not allow you to control the head, and they're not going to want that underhook. All right, so that's kind of the first battle there, is get the underhook, control the head, make sure you have a good wide base, And once you have your base, you're really crushing your opponent from there, then you're gonna start to work on one of those basic half guard passes. And those, I think I showed three half guard passes. There's a lot of half guard passes from there, but those three, you put those in your game, you're gonna be able to pass some half guard like butter. It's gonna be easy. I have one of the best stories ever about this technique. Sean, you heard the story. I taught this technique in class just last week. I haven't taught it in a long time, so it reminded me to put it on this curriculum. So back a long time ago, late 90s, maybe early 2000s, I was, I think, a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu, maybe 4-stripe blue, maybe purple belt, I don't know. And there were no black belts in my area, and another martial arts school brought in two, not just one, but two lightweight world champion black belts. They flew them in from Brazil. And I was so excited to go to the seminar. I was like so pumped about this. And I found out, kind of through word of mouth, that because I was not part of their affiliation or association, and I wasn't planning on joining, that they were actually like gonna beat me up in front of all of their students. And so they were gonna like make a, I don't know, they were gonna beat me up and show everybody that, you know, they're the best and I'm not very good, and so no one should come train with me. And it really was like a weird time for me because I was so excited to learn jiu-jitsu and I just wanted to learn. And I was like not only devastated, but I was like super fearful that these guys would show up at my martial arts academy and just like fight me in front of everybody. At the time, you saw so many videos circling, like with Torrance, California, like the Gracies and stuff, like having challenge matches everywhere. And I'm like, man, these dudes are gonna show up. And so I heard they were gonna show up, and I said, you know, get this message to them. I said, tell them that I'm not a lightweight, that I'm a heavyweight, and I'm a kickboxer. I have fought before, which is true, I have fought before. And I said, they might be able to beat me on the ground, but I'm gonna bust their teeth in and they're not gonna get the takedowns. And I think I said I was a collegiate wrestler, which is not true. I trained with collegiate wrestlers, but I am not a collegiate wrestler. But man, I was so scared. And then they didn't come. But when they did the seminar, I had one of my students, Sam Stelflug, who's a black belt now under Pedro Sauer and Greg Nelson. Sam Stelflug went to the seminar, learned all the techniques, and then came back and showed me. And these are the techniques from the seminar. These are them, the half guard techniques. The first one I don't know about. I don't know if this first one was here, but let's come here like this. So this technique I don't know if was on that seminar with those guys. So from here, they're gonna try to hug your head, right? So he's always gonna be looking to hug the head. So immediately, I'm stopping his arm and trying to prevent him from hugging my head. Now, this move is a move that goes against the principles of jiu-jitsu. It goes against the principle of position over submission. So you want to have a position on somebody before a submission. I do not have the dominant position, so I shouldn't try a submission. But there is one. The Kimura lock is there oftentimes. But it does help me with another principle of jiu-jitsu, and that is there's no absolutes in jiu-jitsu, right? You can never say this happens this way 100% of the time because there's just no absolutes in jiu-jitsu. If I stop him here from hugging my head, I can come around and I can start to make the Kimura lock. I have a frame on the mat right now that sometimes I would use. Generally, want to think about using my hips more than my arm strength here. I'm really in an awkward position to even try to use my arm strength. If he tries to hug my head, he'll beat me from here. Hey, watch, let's do it, Scene. Ready? I'll try to Kimura lock you and you try to hug my head. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, good. Okay, now, if I turn my hips, he won't beat me. We'll do the same thing. This time I'm gonna turn my hips. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Oh man, that was so... All I had to do was turn, he couldn't stop it. Now there's also a straight elbow lock there. There's also a wrist lock here. I think we've seen that before. Now, here's time to add the secret sauce. Here's what those guys put my life in jeopardy for. They were gonna come and beat me up for these secret moves here. Never before seen. From here, if I get an easy push on his arm, I can actually put it underneath his leg and I can catch him. So now I've caught his arm underneath his leg. So if I get an easy push, I can do that. Now he doesn't have any base. If you do this with each other, you'll feel it. It's crazy how they have absolutely no base at all. Because he has no base, I can underhook his arm, I can open my legs, and I can just use my leg back here. See my leg kicking up in the air there? That's my driver leg, and I could just turn him over. Whoa. And they go over so easy. But if we're here, and I get this, and he stands up, Okay, he has no base at all. So if I knock him over with my foot, my hand, whatever, he has no base. He's gonna go flying. You'll feel it when you do it. You'll feel it. Okay. One thing I've noticed here, and again, I wasn't at the seminar because they were gonna beat me up or whatever back then. But I haven't seen these techniques before. Have you?
I haven't seen that under the no.
So this is weird because after that seminar happened. I mean, I trained another, 25 years? And I still never saw a repeat of these techniques. The one I really like, though, this is the one that looks like kind of magical, and it does work really well. And this one is hard for me because I'm a little older now. But when I was young and fast, I loved this one. As I'm pushing his arm, he will resist. It's just, no brainer, they're going to resist. So what I do is I bring his arm and I tuck it underneath him. Okay, so again, I'm here like this. He's trying to catch my head. Bring it and tuck it underneath him. Like that. Now my left foot is on the ground. Remember the leg I said was a driver leg before? It's still on the ground as my driver leg. I now underhook here, and I bring him towards me. Boom, and I go to the top. There. What should we call these moves? The super secret Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu death squad techniques?
Death sweeps.
The death sweeps?
Maybe.
Death squad, maybe? There'll be some name for them. All right, they're good moves though. It's a good story.